What's up, Kiss Army? My name is Joe. That's Joey, and that right down there is the Goddess of Thunder, Lee. That show was a lot of fun talking about October releases. One of the things that I always remember, Halloween. It's I don't know if I want to say it's synonymous with Kiss, but it became kind of that way. But also, I think Christmas kind of did. For me, when that reunion tour happened, because I had the opportunity to really cash in. You know what I mean? Like Spencer's was around, and I was, and like, I remember Jace's mom and we had just started dating, and she at like Christmas time, she just went and raided Spencer's, and her mom said to me one time, out of the entire family, you are the easiest person to shop for. Right. We know exactly.
But then people don't know if you already have the Kiss stuff or not. They don't buy me Kiss stuff.
Yeah, I don't think I cared. You know what I mean? At the same time,
give me doubles. It's okay.
He needs 3 and 4 of everything.
He does. He's fine with doubles.
So I will tell you that on Tuesday's my birthday, and nice. Karen, Karen's always like, "What can we get you?" And I sometimes I shoot high, but sometimes I try to, shoot low. And like I was going through some things, and I have like 5 or 6 of those Kiss Army newsletters. Do you guys have any of those? Like from the fan club?
I have the old fanzines, Kiss Classics, I think they were called, or
right. Yeah.
I have some of those. I don't have the Kiss Army newsletters.
Yeah. So I didn't have any of those from when I was a kid, but if you go online, you could find them. And then there's been a few Kiss conventions where I was going through magazines and somebody had them in there. And, I bought one from Loretta that was sent to her for Eric. And wow. I bought that from her, and it's the announcement that Eric is in the band. Oh, wow. Yeah, and there's even like a address label on it that says Loretta Caravello on it. Oh, nice. And then she hand wrote me a certificate of authenticity. I didn't really care about that. I just thought it was cool to get that, just something different, and it wasn't really expensive. But I asked for that for my birthday. Here are the ones I have. Go online and see if you can find 1 or 2. It is great to go and read these and see what the band was doing in 76 and 77 and 80. Lee, how many do you think you have?
I don't know. I'd have to go dig those out.
I think that would be so much fun for us to do a show one day and go through. There's going to be something that makes us go, oh, that's pretty cool in every one, I think. And I think it would be fun to like read those.
Yeah, when you were talking about when we did the live show about Condemnation with name of the record, like the Kiss Classic ones that I have are all from the 80s. So it always has talking about the new record coming up. It has potential name titles like Who Dares Wins, I think was maybe 4.
Yeah. That was another one. Yeah.
Maybe, I don't know if that was Asylum or was Crazy Nights Again, but it has all cool stuff like that. That stuff that never happened in them. It's really fun to read back.
Man, you know what? Going back and and thinking about like Christmas time now, and it's just, I know we're still coming to Halloween. Lee, don't give me a stink eye, but like that is a really good time to be a Kiss fan. It's one of those things where you could go, I might not be able to get this because it's $1,000 now, but I could definitely get a T-shirt or 2 or something like that. And I think Kiss gifts have always been. I like that more than it's like somebody thinking about me, knowing what I like and getting it's better than when I just go and do it myself.
Oh, of course. What is like your big, give me like 3 items, Joe, that you're wishing you had gotten over the years, or something you're still looking for, or what's like on your wish list? And it doesn't have to be like $5,000. It could be
No.
just something you just never see a good deal on. Like I'm a big collector. I collect toys, I collect comics, I collect all this stuff. You could buy anything you want on eBay, but it's about finding the right price, the right deal, a steal on it. You don't want to just pay top dollar. That's not how collectors work. Collectors,
right.
I was just explaining this to my son because he collects a lot of stuff. It's the thrill of the hunt. That's what we like.
Right.
We like to find something that's rare, super cheap, that someone didn't know it was rare, or whatever the deal is you're trying to get. What's some stuff you're still looking for?
Just Kiss stuff is all we're talking about?
Kiss.
I have a few belt buckles. I have one of the black ones that just says Kiss. I have a really nice, very well polished, the gold Kiss, the buckle, it just says Kiss. It's
the logo.
Like it's the logo. It's cut out,
Yeah.
But I have a Love Gun and I have Destroyer, but I only have Ace for the Love Gun ones.
Yes. They did all of them?
They did all of them, and I bought it from the booth next to ours for $100 during Creatures Fest.
Oh my
Remember there was that guy there?
Yes, of course.
Okay. So I don't have Gene, Peter, and Paul. Peter and Ace are the very expensive one, like $400.
Oh my! Come
wow.
on!
I'm never gonna get them. The Kiss Halloween costumes, I have two. I have Paul and Gene. I need Ace and Peter. They're online right now for around $500 to $600. I'd like to have those. The notebooks, I only have Peter. Where he's got the Black Panther.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
And same thing, they made all of those?
They made all of those, yeah. You have those, Lee?
I have the Gene. I think that's the only one I have left.
Yeah, and then
what do those go for, Joe? The notebooks are expensive too?
Couple $100, yeah.
Really? Come on.
And if you could find one, if you find them, there's actually like a red flyer on the inside with their solo albums on it or something. I haven't looked at mine so long I couldn't tell you exactly what it was. So when you find it, if you're really a stickler, you want to find it with that still in there.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
That ups
so it ups the value. So it's and in this day and age when the world is so expensive, I have spent less money on Kiss stuff than at any time, over the past, let's say 15 years, because now I'm going, oh, do I need to spend $200 on it?
On a notebook, right?
On a notebook.
Right.
But those are the things that, but I bet Lee's the same way. If I were to tell her, what's the most sentimental thing that you have, I bet it could possibly be something that's not even that worth anything or expensive or, just something that, just affected. What's your favorite thing that you have, Lee? Got is not sorry. You're an English.
Besides
Nazi.
my pinball machine, probably like the broken guitar and the little cup, the blood cup.
The blood cups.
That. See, that I got myself,
Yeah, that's the kind of stuff that's really cool. Yeah. Joey has a million guitar picks. I'm still waiting for them to get sent to my house. Just for being on tour.
I just have from that tour, just from being on tour with them. But yeah, I don't have a lot of Kiss collectibles. Like I love the dolls, of course. Those were my favorite as a kid. I have those. I would love to get them boxed one day. I don't have them boxed, but I have, the comics, all the stuff that I would normally collect. But I don't have a lot of the 70s stuff. I would love the pinball machine one day. It's just, grabbing an extra $5,000 for a pinball machine. My wife would cut my leg off. So, it's a hard sell, but yeah, I don't know. I've never been I'm a big collector, Joe, I collect toys and comic books and all this stuff, but I don't have a lot of Kiss stuff. Like I said, I have the comics because I collect comics. I have the dolls because I collect action figures, but I don't have, I never got into, the color forms and the costumes and the makeup kits and all that stuff. I have the lunchbox just because I have it still from when I was a kid, but I never really was that big a completist with the Kiss memorabilia. I think just because, honestly, until I started thinking about it, which was probably, God, late 80s, early 90s, it was already so expensive and out of my reach. I was like, oh, I can't, I might as well not even try.
Oh, man. It's like, I'll tell you what, though. Kiss Museum, like, you remember Kiss Museum is still out there, but if you could find one of those old like books that had all the stuff in it, look at the prices, dirt cheap. You would be like the belt buckles were like $35.
Wow.
And I open it and just go put it away. It's just making me mad. Oh, I forgot to mention that I did my peace sign with my skeleton hand. For
nice.
I said 3, 2, 1 peace. This was given to me by one of my biggest fans, Karen's daughter.
That's awesome.
I think you're supposed to put a candle in there.
Probably.
It holds the candle because it's got this. There's nothing on the bottom. It's just in the top. So I figured candle could go in there. That was pretty interesting. But being a collector, you sit back though and you start to realize there's so much stuff. It's very unattainable to get it all. Now, in all honesty, I have a lot of stuff, but I promise you, Joey, if you go into Lee's house, it's a life-changing experience.
Really?
It's not that bad.
It is an amazing collection, I remember being like, the first time I went to her house, I remember being like, goodness, this
that's awesome, Lee. I love it.
It is awesome. She was the first person
I'm single.
She was the first person I ever knew that had the pinball machine. I went over to her house. We were going to record and I was like, does it work? And she was like, hell yeah, it works. I think at the time though, you had like a fire, like a police light on the top of it.
Yeah, I did.
I want to say now you could buy these things called toppers. Have you seen that?
No.
They're like KISS logos that go on the top. They don't attach to the machine, but it's like a light up logo. And Lee, I don't know if you've seen this, and I know that you would never change your pinball machine, and neither would I, but some KISS fan designed an entire new board that goes in there. And when you turn it on, there's songs playing, sound effects. There's Paul talking. There's all kinds of stuff.
It looks the same, or is it? And it's just different sounds.
Yeah, I think that it has the original sounds built in too. But like when it hits a bumper, there's an explosion. So one of those bumpers that go up and down, the middle ones.
Yeah.
And then when it hits the side ones that shoot it into play, it's like a hi-hat hit.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and then when you push the start button, you could go online and on YouTube, and you could watch a whole video where these people have put them in their machines and they're demonstrating them. Here's the other thing. So much LED is involved now, where people have changed out all the lights and made it LED, that you can change the colors like massively. Crazy. So like if you go online, you can see the 4 bumpers with the faces from the solo albums. They make them red, blue, green, purple.
That's cool.
And then a lot of people have been putting a lot of red in them.
If you don't mind me asking, what does like a decent working pinball machine go for now?
I mean, I've seen them for between $3,000 and $5,000.
Yeah, I was
not too bad. Okay.
Yeah, $3,000 to $5,000 depending on where you are.
For like $8,000.
If there's any viewers out there that are looking to get rid of one, I will gladly trade you some drum tracks for a new pinball.
Yeah, hey, that's money saving thing right there. But yeah, so the inside of my pinball machine is completely refurbished because the guy that we bought it from owned a pinball refurbishing company, and this is the machine that he used to show off his work.
Oh wow.
So everything, when I had it moved to the new house, the guy that moved it said, "Where'd you get this?" And I said, "Well, we bought it online." And he said, "Man, the dude that built this thing put a lot of time into it." And that's when I was like, yes. But yeah, so it's one of those things that it's another one of those moments in my life, man, where I should never have this stuff. I should never have this, man. I just happened to have an amazing, awesome girlfriend that, that wanted to do something nice for me.
Everybody should have it.
Yeah, I just, but it's one of those things that.
Speaking of Karen, if you know anyone, if you're looking to buy another pinball machine, I will gladly trade you some pictures.
So,
gosh.
Of what, Joey?
That would be up to her.
Right now, I'm going to go upstairs and she's going to be eating dinner. She's going to be like, of what?
What's
so bad. So
I will not send you the naked Sonny Pooney pictures if you do buy it for me. If you don't, I will send one a week.
That's brutal. Sonny, for you guys out there, I think he's in Vegas celebrating his birthday.
Yeah.
Sonny turned
money.
Lucky asshole.
Yeah, it's amazing. So let's talk about one other thing. So since we're talking about Kiss collections, and Lee and I, that's our thing, is we collected Kiss. Joey, yours was comic books.
Yeah.
And
Comics
Star
and
Wars.
Yeah.
Toys.
Yeah, I mean, action figures in general, but yeah, Star Wars was the big one, of course.
Besides Star Wars, do you have like the like Spider-Man Migos and stuff like that?
No, that's still a little before my time. I'm an 80s kid more than a 70s kid. So, I was more into, I got all the Transformers and He-Man, and, I had a little bit of G.I. Joe, but nothing crazy. The 80s rubber wrestling figures, those guys, the LJN figures, that was all the stuff that I was really into. So I have a lot of that stuff as far as action figures, but of course, all the original Star Wars figures. I've posted online before my big case that I had built. If I can walk around here, I'll show it to you quick. Let's see if I can.
We're getting a tour.
Hold on, I unplugged my.
I can still hear you.
Around a little here. So here's my studio. There's some wrestling belts in the back there. Eric Carr drum set.
Oh wow, that's awesome.
But here's some toys here, if you could see.
Oh wow, Joey!
Whoa.
I've never seen this before.
Wow.
Castle Grayskull.
Can you guys
down there?
see?
Yeah,
yes.
Castle Grayskull. That's unreal.
I think I lost you. Oh, there you go.
No, you're there.
Yeah, we can see him.
Star Wars. I'm just throwing on the light so you guys can see. So I had this case. I had this case custom built.
Oh my God.
So that's all the first run toys.
That's all the original Star Wars guys. Yeah, and then I have some newer stuff packaged there. Some original guys down there packaged. Just all toys. Some Kiss stuff over here.
Oh, that's terrific.
But again, not a lot of Kiss stuff. More my Eric Carr costume when you
were in the band.
Oh, yeah.
That's terrific.
But again, more toys, more comic books I don't have in my studio just in case of flooding. I have them up in my bedroom just in case of any kind of flood issues. But yeah, comics are still a big thing with me. I sold a lot of big ones over the years. Been repurchasing and stuff. But yeah, I mean, I think it's in our heart. We're collectors, right?
Yeah, I think that I think that's a lot of us that are watching this show. That's one of the things that makes us all, and the cool thing is that like not everybody that's a collector, let's just say Kiss collectors. Some people are like, oh, I do magazines, or I do the vinyl, or I do bootlegs, or I do this
specialized.
It's there's so many different corners to being a Kiss collector. You can meet people that are just like, oh, all I have is action figures. Lee, what's your main thing that you like to stumble across? Are you big on vinyl, or you like magazines, anything basically, or magazines?
I was always into toys and cups and stuff like that. That's what I like. The belt buckles. I've kind of stopped collecting the last few years. I don't know.
Lee, do you have are you like Joe? I mean, I can see a lot of stuff around there. You have all the 70s collectibles, like all the vintage stuff, like the color forms and the, all that stuff?
No, I don't have all of them. I don't have the color forms, I don't think. I'm missing some stuff.
I have the
But
color
stuff you're
forms,
still
but I don't
looking
have the
for?
rub and play.
Oh, rub
and play.
That's what it was called, rub and play. You guys never seen that?
I did.
I saw it.
Yeah.
Sounds obscene, Joe.
All right. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. What were you gonna say? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. What were you gonna say?
But still collecting all that stuff, Lee. Like looking, like if you're at, let's just say you're at Kiss Cancer,
like if
someone has it.
Right. Look, I don't have that. But I've kind of stopped buying stuff. I mean, I don't know. I just as I'm getting older and people are, I mean, it's going to sound really morbid, but people are dying and stuff. I'm like, what am I going to do with all this shit? Like that's started happening to me the last few years. My mind is like, I got to stop buying this shit. What am I going to do with it?
No,
yeah, me too. Like I'm like
it.
a completist. When I collect, I want a complete collection. So you know what? When I collect comic books, like I have every issue of Avengers. If I'm missing an issue, I lose my mind. Stuff like that makes it's sometimes it's great, but it's hard being a completist like that because when certain things come out that you just can't get a hold of for the right price, it almost makes you not want to collect anymore. And I think Kiss, you know, obviously when the reunion tour came out and they flooded the market again with all the Spencer stuff and all the secondary stuff, not that it turned a lot of Kiss fans away, because I think it opened up the door to a lot of new Kiss fans, but I think the completist, those old school, old convention Kiss fans who'd buy, you know, the perfect, you know, version of Kiss originals and, you know, stuff like that. I think those people, started not collecting anymore.
Yeah. I will tell you that I'm super excited about the fact that there's going to be people selling stuff at Kiss Cancer Goodbye. I think that right there is one of those things where I'm like, this is going to be, last time they had a few people, but not like what I'm thinking it's going to become.
And I do miss the days before eBay, when we would go to the Kiss conventions. And that's like the only place you could find this crap.
Of course.
Yeah. Every February here in Atlanta.
You had to get there early. You had to get the early pass so you could get before anybody else. And I mean, it was fun, you know. Now then when eBay showed up, it's like almost too easy.
People know what they have now, and that makes it harder.
Yeah.
And that was the most fun at Creatures Fest too, was the expo type room where people were selling stuff, because it's just people mingling and looking at stuff and talking. It's not even buying it. Sometimes it's just talking about stuff that you see, and you know, it's just interacting. That's the interaction with Kiss fans that I'm glad Neil is doing this season. That, you know, it's that extra room to hang out in and mingle and talk and look over Kiss merchandise.
Right.
I have something right here. This is becoming slowly my new thing that I'd like to try to find, but let's see. I have a couple here. So I stumbled across this at I think the first ever Rockin' Pod.
Nice.
So it's like, look at the shirt. It's like,
is that like original? Oh, that's an iron-on.
Yeah, it's an iron-on. And then I had
so many of those as I was a kid. You used to go get them done with that big thing.
The press.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah, that's an original.
Now I don't know if the shirt is.
The iron-on looks like an old.
So you know that press that you're talking about, Lee?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I just bought one.
You did not.
Karen and I did just recently. Okay.
Out of here.
Hold on. You bought one. What are you going to do with it?
Well, I have ideas. I'm a side hustler like you are, Joey. And I think coming up with some T-shirts,
you can print out iron-ons and then sell them.
I'm thinking about doing that. Yeah, I'm just I'm waiting for the key time. I'll tell you something else that's really cool, and I'll show it on the show next time. So I got into this real big kick of trying to find all the iron-ons that aren't on shirts, okay? And I've found a few, like all the ones where they're on motorcycles. I have those, but I have this as well. But here in the S is Eric Carr.
Wow.
Oh, really?
So I don't remember I remember iron-ons, of course, but did they sell the iron-ons?
No, it's just the T-shirts.
Oh, so they didn't sell the
actual the iron-ons were in like a book. You could look.
Sometimes, you pick it out and then they would press it for you.
So you would go to a store and you'd pick out the iron-on and they would press it, but you could never just buy the iron-on and do it like at home with an iron, right?
You could.
Well, I think some people, and a couple records, a couple like a tour book came with one. Was it maybe it was Alive came with one? The Alive tour book, their first one, I think, came with a iron-on that said Kiss, and I think maybe one or two more. It came with iron-ons. And that's cool. Kind of cool. Yeah. So I think if I'm gonna do anything, if those people are watching, they know to bring the t-shirts with the iron-on. There's so many different Kiss ones. You could go online and just type it in. Anyway, all right. Yeah. This was a lot of fun being a Kiss collector or a collector in general. Maybe one day I could talk Joey into just doing a tour of his toys and everything. That would be a lot of fun. That's one of those things that's really cool. So it was a lot of fun. Thank you guys very much. Joey, Lee, thank you very much for being here. We'll see you guys next week. I'm Joe. That's Joey. That's Lee. You are the Kiss Army. And we're out of here. 3, 2, 1.
Peace.
Peace.